Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you on a small swatch how to make this beautiful stitch. I'm going to chain 36, but depending on how wide you want your project to be, you have to chain multiple of 10 plus 6 additional chains at the end. So let's start to make our chains. Now that our chains are ready, let's start with row 1. We have to make 1 double crochet in the 5th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1 double crochet. Then 1 double crochet in the next chain. 1 double crochet in the next chain. And we have to make 1 double crochet in each chain until we reach the end. This is our first row. Now for row 2, chain 3 and turn. We're going to start with 1 double crochet in the first stitch, which is this one right here. We're skipping the one where the chain comes from. Going into the next one, 1 double crochet and then 4 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So counting the next the initial chain here, we have total of 6 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the next 1 double crochet. And now we have to make 8 more double crochets, so we have total of 9 double crochets here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch and then make another 9 double crochets. Okay, go ahead and make them. You have to repeat 9 double crochets, then chain 1, skip 1 stitch, then another 9 double crochets until you reach the end of the row. I'll wait for you at the end to show you how to finish the row. So when you reach the end of the row, after the last group of 9 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, then go into the next one, 1 double crochet, and we have to make 5 more double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There have to be total of 6 stitches here. So we have 5, and the last stitch is going to be into the chain right here at the end. 6. This is how it's looking. so far. So we start with 6 stitches here, then we have chain 1, skip 1 stitch and 9 double crochet. We repeat these steps until we reach the end, and when we reach the end of the row we have to finish it with another 6 stitches. Now let's start row 3, chain 3 and turn 1 double crochet in the first stitch right here, and now we have to start making the cables you saw in the beginning of the video. So the first cable, all cables are done the same way, so I'm going to show you now how to make it. Yarn over 4 times, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here is the chain space that formed between the groups of double crochet, and here is the stitch below the chain space. We are going to work between the middle stitch and the one that is next to it on the right. So insert the hook between them and pull it through the chain space. Yarn over, take the yarn, pull up a loop. Now yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 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 and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. When you have only 2 loops left on the hook, you have to stop. We'll finish the cable later. Now we have to make another one in the same place. Yarn over 4 times, go again in the same place between the double crochets and into the chain space above. Take the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. When you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all of them. And our first 2 cables are ready. Now continue, we are going to work on these stitches here on the back, and we have to make 4 double crochet. We're not skipping any stitches, just going back in each of them to make 1 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's continue. We're going to work into this stitch right here. Yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, but make it a little bit longer because this is our puff stitch. Yarn over, go into the stitch, take a yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the stitch, take a yarn, pull up a loop, and one more time, yarn over, go into the stitch and pull up a loop. You have to make that 4 times. Yarn over, go into a stitch, pull up a loop. So you have total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all loops except the one at the end, like this. Then yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. And our first puff is ready. Now yarn over and we continue working on the stitches below the puff we have to make 4 double crochet. Here I skipped the chain, we're not working in the chain, just going directly above the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2, 3 and 4, and this is how it's looking so far. Now we have to make our next group of cables. I'm going to show you where you have to insert the hook to make the next 2 cables. So here are 2 cables at the beginning. We made it between on the right of the middle stitch, then we did the puff right above the middle stitch, and now the next group of puffs will have to come between again the middle stitch and the one to the left. So we're going this way with the hook, and through the chain space here behind the puff and between the 2 double crochet at the bottom. So yarn over 4 times, and then we're going like this to make the first cable, not finishing it. Yarn over 4 times, and then go again in the same place to make the second cable, absolutely the same way. When you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and finish the cables together, and when you turn, this is how it's looking so far. After that you have 1 double crochet in the next stitch. From now you have to repeat the same steps. You have 2 cables, then 4 double crochet behind the cables, 1 puff, 4 double crochet, and the next 2 cables and 1 double crochet. These are the steps that you have to repeat over and over again until you reach the end of the row. I'll show you one more time the steps. So now we have to make the next 2 cables. Yarn over 4 times. Here is the next chain space, here is the stitch below it. We have to work between these stitches right here. Insert the hook and make the first cable like this. Then the next one. And finish them together like this. Then we're going behind the cables to make the 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then we're moving on to the puff stitch. Again, yarn over, go into the middle stitch right here like this, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, and last time yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop. then yarn over, pull through all loops except the one right here at the end, and then yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. Here we have the chain 1, we're skipping that, and we have to work in the next stitch to make 1 double crochet, and then of course 3 more. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And now the next 2 cables, yarn over 4 times on the hook. Again, we are going to work right here. On the same place where I show you the previous time. Here's the first cable, yarn over, going right next to it in the same place. Here's the next cable, and let's finish them together like this, and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And this is how it's looking so far. You have to repeat these steps, and when you reach the end of the row, I'll show you how to finish it. Okay, so you can see that I'm at the end of the row. I just made the 2 cables, then the puff stitch, then the next 2 cables here, and when you reach the end you have to have left 1 stitch and the chain at the end. So we have to make 1 double crochet in the stitch like this, and then 1 double crochet in the chain like this, and the stitch is finished. So we have to finish it 2 double crochet here, and just like at the beginning where we have double crochet and the chain that counts also as a stitch. Okay, let's start row 4, chain 3 and turn, make 1 double crochet in the first stitch. So here is the stitch where the chain comes from. We are going to work in the next one. 1 double crochet, skip the next stitch, and into the one after it make 1 double crochet, and then 8 more. So we need to have 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we have to skip the next 3 stitches, this one, and this one. We're skipping them, moving on to the next, make again 9 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then skipping the next 3 stitches and 9 double crochet. Work this way until you reach the end of the row, and I'll wait for you there. When you reach the end, you should have 1 stitch and one after that, 2 stitches left plus the chain at the end. Skip the first stitch, make 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet here in the chain. For row 5, chain 3 and turn, make 1 double crochet in the first stitch and then 4 more. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now we have 6 stitches, counting also the chain at the beginning. Now we have to make our first cables for this row, and let me show you where they have to be. Here are the cables from the previous row. Their top is right here, so you have to go with the hook from above and go into the chain space below, like this. So yarn over 4 times, insert the hook like I showed you here, and make the first cable. Don't finish it, then yarn over 4 times, insert the hook into the same space and make the next cable like this. When you have 3 loops on the hook, finish the two cables together. Now 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and we have to make the next 2 cables. We have to make them here in this chain, in this stitch right here. So yarn over 4 times, insert the hook, grab the yarn and make the first cable like this, and then into the same space make the next cable and finish them together like this. Now we have to make 4 double crochet in the stitches behind the cables. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over. Now it's time for the puff stitch. We're going to make it here in the stitch of the middle double crochet. Yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, going to a stitch, pull up a loop, and one more time like this, yarn over, pull through all loops except the last one, yarn over, pull through both loops, and this is the puff stitch. From now we continue with another 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it's time again for the next 2 cables. Again we're going to make them right here in this stitch. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. We're going to finish them together. Then we have 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Yarn over 4 times. Now we have to make the next 2 cables here in this stitch. First one, the second one, and finish together. Going behind the cables to make 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here into this stitch again we have to make the puff stitch. These are the steps, repeat them until you reach the end of your row, and I'll show you then how to finish the row. So I'm at the end of the row. You can see what I did. So we have our 2 couples of cables right here and here, and after these cables here I just made 4 double crochet behind them. To finish the row we just have to make 2 more double crochet, 1 in the last stitch and 1 in the chain, like this. So the beginning and the ending of the row are the same, with 6 stitches here and 6 stitches here. Row 6, to start row 6, chain 3 and turn. We're going to make 1 double crochet in the first stitch right here, not here, like this, and then 4 more double crochet. Here's the first one, 2, 3 and 4. So again total of 6 stitches at the beginning. We are skipping the next 3 stitches, which are this one and this one, skipping them, going into the next one to make 1 double crochet, and after this double crochet we have to make 8 more. So in total we must have 9 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, like this. Then skipping the next 3 stitches and making 9 more double crochet into the next stitches. So when you reach the end and you've made your last group of 9 double crochet, skip again the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, working into the stitch after that, and at the end we have to make 6 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th stitch is into the chain. 6. Row 7, chain 3 and turn 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then we have to make our 2 cables, so yarn over 4 times. Here is where you should make the cables, into this stitch right here. Here's the first cable, going in there again, and here's the second cable. Yarn over and make 4 double crochet in the stitches behind the cables. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now it's time to make the puff again into this stitch right here. The same way as the previous puff stitches. From here again 4 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here we have to make the next cables into this stitch right here. Here's the first, and the second is in the same stitch. Like this. And then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and now we have to make the next cables here in this stitch. after the cables are ready, 4 double crochet in the stitches behind the cables. This is 1, 2, 3 and one more. And then again it's time to make the next puff stitch into the stitch of the double crochet down below. I'm just going to show you real quick how to end the row. So here we have our last puff, then I made the four double crochet after that, and now it's time for the last group of cables. So I'm going to make them. Here's the first one, and the second one. Finish them together. And now, to be the same as the beginning, we have to make 1 double crochet in the last stitch and 1 double crochet here in the chain. And this is how it's looking. So from now on you have to repeat rows 4 to 7 over and over again until you reach the desired length of your project. Let me know down in the comments what you plan to do with this stitch, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!